to try creating maybe in very free time.
Mm,
Yeah, I think we almost covered. And I can say in CPI it's almost 25 percentage.
mm,
Uh, because most probably you will be using HTTPS, SOAP, OData,
yeah.
SFTP, and other than that, success factors is there, IDOCs is there, but and then palette functions we almost covered main stuff.
Mm,
We'll be covering. I think we have enough time.
okay.
So yeah, I think just for you to get catch up. I think it's okay if you revise session notes, but still, like, if you do hands-on, it will be like more clear.
From this 2 to 3 days also, I'm unable to go through your notes. That's
Notes.
busy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very much piled up all the sessions.
Okay, maybe we'll get time on weekend. I think.
Can I will today I'm having some time like I'm not going to anywhere, so
Okay. Okay.
most probably I'll try to do. And on coming sessions, can you try to explain me, like, I mean, teach me about this as for HANA or else MM
Mm.
or PP, like that, like from the uh,
Yeah.
what to call that set, yeah.
You're just saying like theoretical stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Mm, because we won't be having access to S/4HANA, right? I think that's
Oh,
some.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So theoretically, I can explain. I have some.
Yes, that works for me. So I'll try to make notes on the go when you're trying to teach me. So that will
Sure,
be helpful for me. Yeah.
sure. Okay, maybe what we'll do is like first 10 days, it's almost today's sixth class, right? So another
Mm-hmm.
four class, we will cover some like 50, 75, like 60% at least CPA, then we will be switching to there. Okay, that's fine, right?
Sure, 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 sure. Or
Yep.
else, like, if you are
Mm,
going to teach me on 2 hours of class, like for some
mm,
days,
mm.
so then half of the session will be VTP and the half will be the other one. So it won't give us boring session at all, in my
Yeah,
point of view. So
sure. I think even
boring means, I mean, some type
yeah,
of lag will be
yeah,
there, you know that.
yes,
So
yes.
yeah.
But MM is more boring. That's more theoretical.
No, yes, MM, I know. I already took classes, but I
Mm.
haven't done hands-on with that. So,
Yeah, I think there
uh,
is nothing much to do hands-on over there. But yeah, I think it's just kind of some procedure will
mm,
be there. You just need to by heart it and follow by heart the T codes. You just need to know
yeah,
where to go, what to do. So that
this
way,
this
mm,
yeah.
yeah,
Nowadays, more screening calls are getting like one
MM.
after one or one in between one. Like, I'm actually talking to one call and the other call is getting from just say another employer, like that. So for that, they are asking questions and I need to answer for all the modules, right? So at
Yeah.
least theoretical knowledge will be helpful for answering those questions in my
Mhm.
thoughts. So
Got
yeah.
it, got it. Okay, we'll be starting 10 days or something. Maybe we'll find some time.
Mm.
Now, okay, I will be sharing my screen. We will start OData today. Okay, maybe you just find
Mhm.
time to go through the session notes. I will just explain you what is OData. Okay, so OData is nothing but Open Data Protocol. Okay,
Yep.
it's like
The protocol,
yeah.
data, data.
Just show you what we're covering today. Yeah. So like I just pasted the TCP link and what is the difference between HTTPS and OData adapter. So we was checking a Northwind API right few days back. Northwind OData API. If you
Mhm.
remember, like customers and all something like that. So it's
Yep.
basically an OData API. Okay, if you see this services.odata.org, so this is an OData API which we can use both HTTP, HTTPS adapter to make conversions. We can make OData adapter also to convert. But problem
Okay.
is HTTP is like send OData sender adapter we are not using. Like rarely we will use. I thought
Okay.
I never saw in any real time scenarios we using OData sender, but we'll be using OData receiver. And
Mm.
OData versus HTTPS, it's kind of having tough competition. Like HTTPS, it just gives some extra namespaces and all. Okay, but OData, it's not like that. It's like a clean sheet. Um, where is that? Okay, this is, so we will be choosing OData V2. Okay, earlier what we choose, it's a general OData. It's, if you see HTTP services, Northwind services customer, but here it's like after services dot, oh, it's version
Yeah,
2.
way too. Mm.
Yeah. So if you see this, it gives response back in XML, and we have something called as name, namespace and all, or the EDMX, some extra prefixes is there. Okay, this is HTTPS. When I use OData adapter in CPA and they call the same customers were there, like I just I will show you later, but I just configured the same OData adapter over there and it gives me the clean XML. There's no namespace or something like that, so that's the benefit of OData over HTTPS. Okay, it gives kind of clean payload. Like if
Mhm.
you use HTTPS, what happens? We'll get the namespace. Now then again, we have to clean it up. We have to use some XSLT mapping to remove those namespace and make the payload clean. And then we have to use it for processing. But HTTPS is like OData is like one step less. So that is there, and I think like both have like their own advantage and disadvantage. It's not like OData is
Mhm.
super clean and all. But yeah, we can go through that, and we have something called as server side pagination, client side pagination, and some like we will be doing query option. Like we have that option adapt in one parameter called as query in at adapter level in data. So we'll be using
Mhm.
multiple, these query options there, and we will be seeing some more camel expressions and query and all, and I will be explaining a simple Groovy script for today. Okay, that's agenda. So let's just see some theoretical, like where we'll use real-time scenario and all. Okay. Mm, okay, so
Yeah.
here OData adapter. HTTPS is HTTPS is a generic REST communication. You manually build query parameters over there. The last time and all, we were writing queries on our own and we are sending. But OData
Yeah.
adapter has an option. Like if you just select this as fields, you just there will be options called as top, skip, filter, sort by, order by, and all. We just need to click on the
Mhm.
checkbox and it will only generate query for you. So that is the advantage of OData HTTPS. I'll be showing hands-on wise also. And so on this OData adapter is SAP standard adapter for OData protocol. Okay, we have like two versions, V2 and V4. It supports both the adapter. Most probably, in backend is for HANA, there will be some OData APIs. They will be exposing it, and CPI as an integration consultant, we will be consuming it in our uh, you know, iFlow, and we will be doing get, post, put, patch, delete, multiple
Yeah.
operations, whatever they want. And we have something called as metadata import. Okay, so what is
Mhm.
metadata is it kind of gives overall, like kind of mass data, like what and all um, info we can see, like Northwind, we can see customers, we can see products, we can see
Mhm.
employees or something like that. If you what we can do, I'll just paste this URL in Chrome. Hmm. So We have entity type name as category. We have entity type name as customer demography, employee,
Mhm.
order detail. So metadata is like if you remove metadata and enter the same, just host part, you will just see the main entity type name. Like we don't have detailed info. We
Yes.
just see like what are the entities available here. So we call it as entities.
Mhm.
Okay, order price and all. So it's just a normal terminology. And if you want to know much more like what it contains, so you always have to. It is also
Dollar
kind of
metadata.
yep,
Yeah.
kind of query operation or something like that. You just need to when you click on data, dollar metadata, it will be giving uh, what and all data it contains, a category name, in a property name. In category, we'll have category ID, category name, description, picture, products. Okay, max length. What is the max
Yep.
length? Fixed length, something like that. Okay, in customer ID will be in customer ID, company name, contact name. So in product, something else like product name, product ID. So every field of particular entity will be fetched via metadata. Okay, so that is
Yep.
metadata, and
Mhm.
we can always save this in .edmx file. Okay, so EDMX file, like we have to save it as .edmx to put it in the CPI to use it for mapping or something like that. So all the metadata info will be used, like it's just like click on v page source, or what you can do, save as. You can always click on save as, and you can just click on the dollar .edmx file. Okay, I think I saved it somewhere. Yeah. Wait, I'll just stop sharing. Just open that and show it to you.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Mhm. Downloads. Where did I save that? Let me know once. It is visible again. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you see this, it's the same file. I just okay, so I just saved it as northwind.tdmx. Okay,
Mhm.
and we can put it inside the CPA references, something like that. So where is session? Did I? Yeah, so I can see open data protocol, gate view, and we can just jump to hands-on. That's about theoretical stuff. So real-time use cases same. Success factor will be using OData API. Sales order will be using success factor as like OData, SOAP, REST, all the APIs. So real-time will be having like create employee records or update salary info. We'll be using post batch operations over there like uh, in real-time scenario. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
jump to just a minute. Is it? I think I missed something to show you. So these are like real time. Like I will paste the notes here. You can just go through like get employee profile. Ariba will be using. So one more thing is like this Ariba success factor and all. These are like SaaS application. Like ours is PaaS, right? Like platform as a
Mm.
service.
Platform as service.
So we have software as a service. Like the software will be ready. We just need to configure deploy. Like we don't need to do much over there, but we will be integrating
Mhm.
with software as a service, like cloud services, right? So SuccessFactors and Ariba comes under SaaS applications, and so there are like few limitations also for OData. Why we won't use OData? HTTPS when it comes to handling large input files and all, OData is best, but it's more time consuming. Okay, sometimes success factor will, like if you use OData, it will run for 13 hours, 14 hours and all, and it will get hang sometimes. So it is
My God.
HTTP. Yeah,
Mhm.
HTTP also doesn't make much difference, but I think some benefits in time consuming sometimes. So here it's like large data must use pagination, otherwise CPI comes out. So in
Mhm.
Accenture, when I was joined as a fresher, like we have this replicate employee master data, and it used to run for 18 hours. When we did ECC test for a migration, whole night I was monitoring it.
Right.
Because if it gets hangs out no, in between, so they have to
Mhm.
start again from this first. It's not like
My God.
you stopped in between. I will. No, no, it's not like
Mhm.
that. And so again, 18 hours we used to monitor. That's how it works. And metadata changes may break flow. So V2 versus V4. So it also has like some differences. Most probably will be using V2 is more efficient. I feel because V4, sorry, V4 is more efficient than V2 because V4 supports patch put and all, but V2 I'm not sure if it behaves the same way. But SAP supports mainly V2. Okay, and a small groovy. I will explain you that part. I think that's it about today's session. So we'll jump to hands-on. I created one package. What is OData? This and all, it's always simple. Like if you want to create package, you always can click on create. Or if it is um, like if we are moving from dev to QA, right? If you want to import, then like we'll be importing, right? Or we have something called
Mhm.
as CTMS, Cloud Transport Management System. You might be aware. So that will be like we'll be using transport ID and similarly like charm in PAPO you guys used to move transport via charm or CTS org, right? So in
Okay.
cloud we have CTMS. So they will be
Mhm.
moving them. Like if some companies doesn't use CTMS, then we'll just download here and import it over there. So that's it. And OData, we'll start with Northwind V2 OData. Okay. So sender will be this. So we won't be using OData sender after most of the cases. So we'll be using Postman to send the data. Connection is this. We just give some naming convention and remove this CSR protected option. Rest everything is same. And request reply we connected here. Okay. What is the message protocol in OData? It's OData V2. In SOAP, it's SOAP 1.8,
So,
something like
uh,
that. In HTTPS, it's HTTPS, something like that. So yeah. So then address, we are giving that address. So here we don't need to give any metadata. Okay, metadata is just to for our reference to save EDMX file. That will be imported in the references. Okay, if you click on
mhm.
edit, whatever files we import, right, visitor or schema, XST or EDMX, it will all be stored in EDMX. You just need to click on add schema EDMX and then browse, it will be coming. So it will just look like this. Like there are multiple operations. We don't need to know entirely about it. It is completely based on requirement. Okay. So what are the configurations? We have address. Okay. The connection and proxy type will be internet authentication. As of now, none. But if usually we will be using OAuth authentication for other, like since it's generic API, I'm not keeping like none for trial account or learning sessions. But in real time and all, no, either we will be using basic or we'll be using OAuth authentication. And so if we are consuming it from backend, so they those people like basis consultants will be like creating kind of smooth credentials at the BTP level that they will be sharing with us. We will be configuring it. Okay. So as of now, we'll keep it none. and these two are by default selected. CSR product
Okay.
reuse connection. We are not changing anything over there. So here, so if you see, we have multiple operations: get, put, post, merge, read, delete, patch, function import.
Mm.
Okay, same like it's about all the operations. So as of now, we'll be going with get, and resource path is like we have imported EDMX file, right? So if you
Mm.
just click on resource path, so we just need to, like, there will be two options: remote and local EDMX. So first time
Mm.
when you are doing it will be showing remote. So but we need like, since we have
Okay.
EDMX file saved, we can always click on local EDMX and you can just click on browse and select that file. Okay, and
Mm.
then we will be getting step 2 like that. Okay, and then what you need to do, we are just querying it, so it will be by default. What is sub level is, if you click on 5, no, first I will show, like, if it is 0, we have only these many fields. Okay, there is nothing below. But if you click on 5 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 5, something like that, the fields are gonna get added. Hmm. See, you can see orders came, customer
Yeah.
demographic came and all, but it was not there earlier. If I click on 0 and scroll down,
It was not
there
there.
is
Yeah.
nothing. If you click on 2, scroll down, there is something like this. If you click on
Mm.
1, these are the fields. So the feeds are gonna, like 0 is like limited number of feeds. 5 is like,
Okay.
it includes all the fields or something like that. So now we can select entity. Like, there are multiple entities, right? In we saw in EDMX file. So what we want customers. So you just click on
Only customers.
customers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can always click on generate XML schema, and if you want to select, if you want to select all the fields, you can raise the sub level, and if you want access to schema, you can just click on it. So whatever query we select here, right, so that will be covered in XST by auto creation. Now I won't select all fields. Okay, see, I what earlier, right, in Postman, when I was explaining you customers or something, so we are writing this query manually, but
Mm.
we see now, I will say, like, top 10, skip 5. There's something called as batch processing. I will explain it later. See, it's getting queries getting written on its own. I'm not doing anything. Okay, I'll remove 2, so it is getting updated.
Mm.
Then if you click on step 3, there is something called as filter. Okay, we can
Yeah.
give equal or something like that. Select field, what do we call the customer ID.
Just do
Okay,
right.
equals to whatever value we give, it will come. Okay. Mm, 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 Customer ID. So first we will see, like, do we have something on customers. Okay. So for customers, okay, we'll get one customer here. Customer ID, we have this. Let's filter with this. Okay. Then if you click on finish, see,
Mm.
it automatically creates query query. We don't need to do anything. But if you want to, no, if you want to keep it as dynamics and that will only do that, then you always have the option. You put one content modifier, put property, and define one property called as query, and use expression as a source and put $in dot body, so that whatever you ask sender team to send the query in the body, we will fetch the query in the body, and we will pass it to the adapter, and that will query on its own.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. So as of now, I'll remove this. So I think we don't want any query now. We'll just run it as usually, then we can go for query. And custom query operations. So you don't, if this query options is not feasible for your requirement, then you can always write your own query. That option is also there. Enable batch processing is like multiple. If you want to do multiple operations, not just get. I want to do post also. I want to do put also, patch also. Then you have to select this. Content type is Atom is XML. JSON is this thing. So every API, right, OData API has its kind of own limitations. Okay, sometimes when we keep XML and if you want to do some operations, it doesn't show. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that before.
S-
Yeah.
Yeah, so we based on limitations, I think they will be sender team will be helping you initially, like what content type we should usually use, or it will be there in documentations. We can always go
Yeah.
through that. I think regarding the Northwind data, you can find the documentations in this. I think most probably. Ah, so data two version service root UI categories. So it just explains you like what and all it does. If you search with Northwind, you can see like how we can filter or multiple operations as a date functions and all. You can just go through this, but it is just out of the scope. Okay, what we need to concentrate is more on this. This is something while doing that is different. Okay, we can't learn everything. Like say for example, as a technical consultant, ABAP guys will be doing or exposing more database and all that we can't learn at all. We can just know on a high level like what it does at all. So we should be more thorough with this because people expects you to develop, convert the requirement into real time using these options, right? By knowing that nobody will listen to you, like if you are weak in this. So that's why you should more always concentrate on what like one module and get more expertise in that.
Yeah.
For architect level and all, it's okay, like they has to, even if they are like chota mota knowledge in all the branches, it's okay. For our level, I think it's having deep knowledge in one module, I think it's
Mm.
better for us. And you can say, yeah, we discuss this, right? And pages and all pagination, I told, right? Whenever there is huge data of file, you just want to put some 10 records in one page, then you will always come and give page size here. And process in pages, you just need to click, select this when you are giving the pagination. This and all is by default selected timeout and all. If you want to, if there is huge data and all, we will increasing the timeout to 10 minutes or something like that. And header details is all there. Okay. So that's it about data configuration. We will just try testing this by sending some message. Okay. It's normal, just a get call. Okay, we'll be going in detail like each options. As of now, what we did, we will deploy this and we will be getting one endpoint URL over there. Same like this, since it is HTTPS, we'll be having HTTP and address whatever we give. So that address we have used here, I'll be just switching on trace and see like how it works. Mm, 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 mm. Which one is this? Northwind video data. I'll switch on trace. So now I will click on send. We are not passing any body because we are doing a get call, right? So the query and all, like we're just getting the customer info. Since yeah, you can see like we got um, response back in XML format, and it is super clean. It's not like HTTP, it's like namespace and all, like it's like easily viewable and understandable, right? So this is a response. And one thing which I want to show is like I told you, really, server side pagination and client side pagination. This when we do the same in customers, so it's not, let's remove this query, send it. Okay, so you can see some 548 records here. You can see some 1185 records here,
Yeah.
right? So this whatever, when we call the API directly and it sends a response, it has its own pagination stuff and all. So that is called a server side pagination. But
Mhm.
in CPI, it's not like that. There is one parameter called as client side pagination.
Mm.
But or it works as the way which we keep the page size. If you come to HCL OData, function properties payload. So there are like 20 pages of records which we got. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you see this, skip token, Prini, and HTTP, we didn't pass this, right? CPI
Mhm.
is adding itself this token for the pagination stuff and all. You can see after skip token and OCR and all, something like this. But if you see in the see, it also has skip token earnish, but it stopped here at 548 record. But
Mhm.
CPA client side pagination, it works on its own. After that, like it has its own pane size that will get, give the response according to that.
Yeah.
This XCSR of token, and there's like which will be like kind of underlying logic. It works how it works and how it authenticates. There's something called a SAP passport, and like it adds its own headers and properties, request URL. And all. Okay, so if you see the end payload, whatever we got, that will be recorded here. See, if you see like dot has more records, it is showing false. So it fetched all the records because we didn't apply any uh, query or filter or something like that. Okay, so that is simple OData get query. Okay, so next we will make it dynamic.
Uh-huh.
Now we will make it dynamic. We put content modifier. We will write one expression called as query expression dollar in dot body, and we will put in java dot long dot string. Rest everything is same. And in processing, we will be uh, calling that query. Mm, So there is one Groovy also. I'll just show you. You're getting it right?
Little bit, little bit.
Okay.
But I'm able to understand. So
Yes. Okay. So like I just copied some query. Okay. Uh, yeah, like normally it will be like in single line, but sometimes sender doesn't view it properly. He will put some, he will put the query like this. So
mm,
kind of line break and all.
okay.
So we should work even when it is like they're just passing query in the body. Okay, we got the response. Customer ID, company name, order shipper and all. Expanding to orders. We're just expanding orders also. So dynamically, so they are passing the query here and we're just putting it inside the dollar indent body and we'll be calling it here. Actually, in the query option, we have to put it like dollar purpose query. Mhm. Okay, and we'll keep it as JSON. No, since we are passing it, can we pass it in JSON? We can keep it in JSON. Is it small query, right? It's case sensitive. Okay, you have to either copy or you can just see if this works. I think it errors out. Let's see. We'll switch on trails and see. Hmm. Okay, it is giving. So what we did is we are selecting customer ID, company, these fields and all. After that, we have added sublevel 2 also, kind of orders. Okay, when we keep sublevel 1 and 2, we are getting one orders also, right? So we are selecting order date, customer ID, ship date also. We want that info also, like that. We are writing a query and we are getting along with the customer ID, company name, we are getting this info, order wala details. Okay, then we don't need to worry much about it. Like sender team will be sending some query. All we want to worry about is how we made it as dynamic in CPI. The Postman, SOP, UI and all, we don't need to worry much about it. We as a developer, we just want to know some info on how we test and all. But main thing is this: we always play with this stuff, content modifier. Okay, if you want dynamic, okay, I will define that and I will put it in here. So that if you see, we switch on trace and select triggered it, right?
Mm.
How it works in backend in content modifier, we define on that property. Okay, if you come here, see the query, see the query, whatever we sent in payload here became like this: customer ID, company name, city, country, order, shipper, something like that. So here there is a line break. Okay, how did
Mhm.
CPI made it this way, like putting it all it in a one line, because we added
Line.
one script, Groovy script, to remove line
Mhm.
break.
Okay.
Hmm. So usually they won't be putting line break and all. They will be sending like that. If they are like, if it, like when testing, you will be knowing, right? If they putting line break or something like that. Some user, okay, they don't
Mm.
know what are the conditions and all, like how CPA will work and all. They want to have a clear view of what they are sending. They will they're too smart and they will be putting line break and they will expect CPA to work, but CPA fails because CPA doesn't understand. If without Groovy, it will error out. We can try that
Mm.
also. Okay. So what I did, there is some, whenever we add control X, I'll just show you. Yes, we'll add Groovy again. Groovy script. Okay. So you added Groovy, and after that you have to click on this button. Okay, create, or you have to
Yeah.
click on assign.
Mm.
If there is already script inside, then you can just click on script one and it will be coming. So since we had You think that we are building it for the first time. So when you click on create, it has one default Groovy script already. Like we are not using it. It's not for our own purpose. It's just like even for any requirement, it will be there by default. So general Groovy script, what it will contain. Okay, you remove this part. Okay, this part is just like comments they have added. So they have like refer the link below link to learn more about the cases of script and also to if you want to know more about Groovy script, the help.sap.com has its own like
Yeah.
I will ping those links at that one. So it will start with import. Same
Mm.
like Java, you have import library statements and all that. We have to import this Groovy based statements with this line
Yeah.
import sap dot gateway dot
Cyber.
active.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from this library, it will load all the statements or methods which Groovy wants to run,
Okay.
and then we will define one property called as process data message. So similar way in Java. Okay, what we
Yeah, we
will
are
import
defining.
Java. Will be putting like import java dot long dot string. Then
Mm.
we will be defining int a equal to 10, int b equal to 10. So same way int is a property over there, like integer we will be defining that way. But
Mm.
here we have something called as define.
Yep.
Okay, define message process data message, it's a kind of property. Then inside that we will be defining body. How we will define body? Message dot get body.
Mm-hmm.
This will fetch body on its own and it will put the body inside this box. Called as it's a kind of box where you will be putting the payload inside that box. Okay, then same way we will be getting headers message dot get headers. So where we define message main box, right? This will fetch whatever headers or properties or body, right? Uh,
Mm.
that will be fetching and it will be assigning it to this value. Define header as a define value, hold header and something like that. Okay, see what they have done. Define value equal to headers dot get hold header. Okay, in headers there will be some header called as old header, so that they will assign
Mm.
it to the value. And then get is like they're getting this and then they're
Yeah.
setting what they're
Set header.
setting.
Okay.
So
Over
they are
header.
setting old header as value, old header value plus modified.
Okay.
Okay, and then something called as new header. They will keep new header as new header.
Mm.
Similarly, they have
Okay.
kept something called as property. So in content modifier, we have header and properties, right? So
Mm.
for get headers, we will be using message dot get headers. For set headers, we will be like message dot set headers, and then we'll be playing with getting and changing that message header. It's just a generalized scripts just to make you understand. So in our case, what we have to do, we have to remove that line break. Okay, so what we will do, we will replace all with like slash t
Mm.
slash n slash r is like slash r slash n is to add you line break. Okay, slash t slash n slash r is like for the next line wherever there is a space between this and n. It's a generic uh, notepad plus plus wala shortcut. If you click on slash t slash n slash r, it will automatically put come in the next line.
Okay.
Okay, that we will replace with empty stuff, empty string. Okay, what we are doing, we are
Empty string.
replacing
Yeah.
all the uh, till this full what do you call it as apostrophe, right? um, Apostrophe from starting apostrophe to last apostrophe, will replace it with this empty string. After
Okay.
comma we are replacing with empty string, so that whatever whenever there is next line, it will break it up and it will bring it into the beside
Yeah.
one field. It will be like this. So it will remove this space. and it will be coming,
Yeah.
will be removing this, and it will be coming like this way. It is just replacing the empty space slash t slash
Mm,
and slash n with this. So that's how the Groovy work. So
okay.
we are just defining process. This starting line is same for everything. What we are doing, we are getting the body first. We are assigning that body here to this. Okay, so this body we are assigning it to the this box, like kind of value field with the space something. Then what we are doing, body equal to, now this body has that whole link. We are replacing all with empty string. And then what we are doing, message dot set body equal to body. Okay, now it is done. Now you use this body, the modified body, return message. It will return the new
Mm, yeah.
payload, this payload.
Updated. Mm,
Yep. So you don't need to worry much about it. Like even if you do ChatGPT or Google, also it will give you this script. Okay, you just need to say like, hey, how to remove line break. Then in Groovy script,
mm,
it will auto gives you, automatically gives you. So even we will be doing the same. Like if in here it is a simple, right? This one we can write and all. If you know SQL and all, right? Replace all, get header, set header, and substring, and date function. Do you have an idea like how SQL works? I think most probably at least basic knowledge, filter and all.
mm.
Not sure. I think basis team, for the database handling and all, JDBC, they will be using SQL queries and all.
SQL, yes, yes.
Yeah, similarly like
Particularly, yeah. I
yeah,
just saw only one time that they are using SQL.
yep,
But
yep.
in HANA, I think so as for HANA, they use SQL much.
Yeah, exactly. So we have something called as
Mm,
JDBC adapter. Okay, so we will be
mm,
sending that to some database and also when they want to query something, even the query consultants, so they will be writing some SQL query like they will like where field equal to this and this, and or filter by, order by.
yeah.
So whatever query we write, right, similar way. So they it's similar like that only. But we just need to know which function where we have to use. So we want to replace here, so we are using replace all.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so if you remove this, save, deploy, let's see what happens.
It will give us.
It's, okay, now it is started.
Yes.
See what is the error? HTTP API exception in internal server record cannot invoke because the request get is null. Why it is null? It is full, right? Why it is considering it as
Yeah.
null? See, same payload.
Mm, mm,
Hmm. Now I will pass this payload, the one which we got earlier, and it will work fine. Sorry, no, this is wrong way. I don't. I shouldn't. No, it's not the right practice. You always have to start from here. Now it gives. It doesn't give any error. Simple. Even last time, right? If you remember, CPI is so sensitive with these special characters and all, right? When we did like country equal to Germany, we did some live troubleshooting, right? So it was getting URL encoded. So we had to put something like percentage 20 equal percentage 20 and all. Then it didn't work. we kept it in, we defined one property and then we sent. I think where is that CPI session? CPI HTTP dynamic query string, if you remember. Mm, See, we were defining that here, right?
Mhm.
Like
That's
we
also.
did externalized, and
Mm.
whatever they want to configure, we can do that that way dynamically.
Mm.
So that way we have to do. So that's why CPA is so sensitive with respect to query and line break item and all. So that's why we like it's just a simple Groovy basic. So when we write Groovy is when we can't achieve, like we can do that using message mapping also, but for this simple things and all, if we keep on writing message mapping, it will become hectic. So that's why we'll write simple Groovy. Okay.
Yep.
So we covered like how we put it in
OData
dynamically.
dynamically
Shit, I'll just revert it.
reverted.
Okay. So there is
Why
next
we are
is
reverting every time, like
no
instead
like
of saving directly? Yeah.
sorry instead of
Saving directly to the version one or one like that. Why are we
uh,
reverting? Like there is two or three or sometimes, right?
so what we are
Mm.
doing to explain you when I click on edit and do some changes, so it
Mm.
will be automatically going to draft. Okay.
Okay.
But what I like, I did like working version, right? Like before coming only, I like developed one flow
Yeah.
and I tested, and that is the working version, proper working version. So I don't want to mess that up. Like, I want it go back to that version,
Mm.
1.0.1. If I click on revert, it will go to that version only. You
And it
can
will it won't take any changes, right?
nope, nope, nope.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
want to,
Yeah.
if you want to do new version, say like.
Mm.
Now I don't want. Now sender says no, Karthik. I will be sending without line break only. You do this. Have this version only. So if we add one Groovy extra script, it will take more performance. So I will remove that, and I will keep it
Mm.
as 1.0.2, and I will write like removed Groovy script.
Okay.
I'll just add one comment, and I will click
Mm.
on save. No, somebody else again they come and they will say like no, we want that. So what if you will be keeping comment, right? So
Mm.
after 1.0.1 also I will be keeping comment saying that I added Groovy script, so
Mm.
they can keep on switching, right, between versions, but
Future, yeah.
usually sender team won't be making frequent changes. Okay. So
Yeah.
they are also smart, like if they come with frequent changes, we will blame on them.
Mm.
They have to
Simply,
be
yeah.
yeah, very sure with the requirement. They can't ask because we can't make changes directly in production. They have to raise change request. We have to assign, like manager has to assign one resource. Again, they have to,
Mm.
even if it is small change, it has to come via development. Like testing team has to test, a functional team has to test, then QA, then
Mm.
production. So now it is very easy. Okay, when it is in CPI, like in my new organization, like since every organization is updating themselves to agile, we are working in sprint model. Even if it is a small change, we will be just changing, and we will create one transport feature in cloud ALM, and we will assign it to CTMS. We will only move to QA, like It's like just move to next landscape, it will go to QA, and base system will be moving from QA to production. We won't be having
Oh,
access. But in PAPO, if you remember, okay, we have to raise a CTS transport organizer and all. No? For each, we will be creating CDTR and
CTT.
like change description and transport request or something like that.
Mm,
So basis consultants only has to move from dev to QA. They only have to move from QA to production. So it was very
mm,
time consuming. Now it's since cloud based and all, it's very easy for us.
mm.
But still we won't be making too many changes in what do you call real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if say for example if we move to production, then we are getting some issues. Say for example it is not properly, exceptions of process is not there, exceptions are not getting handled properly, alerts are not getting generated, then we ourselves will raise one ticket and we will move the changes. We don't need functional support at that time if it is our issue. If it is internal
Okay.
to us, yeah. If it is functional issue, they have to raise. Like we always save some material, MM team or PP team or SD team. If they are getting some issue, like functionality is not working via CPI, but ideally it should have worked. And they missed some requirement to tell at the initial stage, and they missed to test in QA, like testing phase or something like that. Then production, they are noticing it. Then we will ask like rise on change request, and whatever change you want to do, you put it in the requirement description. We will analyze. We will do impact assessment. Then initial stage is impact assessment. Some senior will be doing impact assessment, and if we'll be telling some junior, you have to make so and so changes. Okay,
Yeah.
junior will be doing those changes and he will be testing it in dev, and after that unit testing, functional team will do unit testing. Once the give sign up, we will be moving the interface to QA, and then integration testing over there, then UAT testing from user. Once UAT sign off is
Yes.
done, then we'll be on production.
I think we did UAT bits at testing.
Yep. So user
User
acceptance
acceptance
testing is
test.
very much important. That's where you get most of the onset opportunity. So,
I got one onset opportunity and I missed and
oh,
came here. Um,
is it?
on the day I resigned Accenture, at the
Uh,
same time I received an email from Abu Dhabi on-site opportunity
in Accenture
within
itself, is
three
it?
months. Sorry?
In Accenture?
Yeah, that
Oh,
to be the
nice.
ADNOC project, Abu Dhabi Oil National Organization.
Oh my God,
Corporation, I think so.
you should have went for it. You should have taken your
I have
resignation.
option to
Hmm.
revert this thing, but
Yeah.
I left that decision to
Oh.
timeline. So that's why
Mm.
I'm here and I'm facing a lot of issues.
Can't do anything. Sometimes we do.
This time I
After.
won't do that
Uh,
mistake again.
uh, because it's, I think it adds a lot of value to your resume. Like,
Mm,
if you show that on-site experience, like here only in India, like if you want to continue also, like you will get more package or like more, opportunities
mm.
in the interview, kind of highlighting stuff. Yeah. So let's come back. So, is it okay if I continue, or like you have some other stuff to do? We have another two things.
Two
Like now we
things.
did
Yeah.
Git, right? Post push
Batch processing
push.
is nothing but we will do this OData for the multiple batches like
Yes. So
um,
we saw one
like
option, right? There is something called as
mm,
batch processing here in the adapter level.
yes.
This option we will enable
Mm,
this, and we will be. Where is our CPI? Here. So we will be putting like this batch query part. Okay, first
mm,
we will be querying categories. Then we will be
mm,
querying products. We will be doing multiple operations, multiple queries, and all that comes under batch processing. And for batch processing, we will get separate EDMX file. If you see this here. I mean, batch processing. Set product editors get.
Oh.
So this is a different EDMX version.
Mm,
So
mm,
if you want to understand, mapping will also be kind of different here.
mm, mm.
Where is it? Differences, percentages get. So it will be like this. If you see this XSD, so how
Mm,
this XSD will get generated, how this EDMX will get generated is like when we are selecting that, right? Generate XML schema
mm,
definition while choosing that adapter. So it generates automatically. In processing,
mm.
you select this.
Okay.
So there is this option, generate XML schema definition. This is XSD file. If you select this, it will only automatically give that product.xsd, and once we click on finish, it will be storing that. We want to cancel. Yes. So it will be storing that inside this XSD. So it will have
Mm,
all the operations. So now we want to do batch processing. The automatically it takes batch query part,
okay.
something like that. So here what we'll do, we can do multiple operations.
Mm,
Maybe I'll explain in detail tomorrow. But this is simple, same like soap service we did, right?
mm,
So what is the input payload which we want to, pass? We don't know. So we'll be putting message mapping here, and we will be assigning the EDMX file here, and we will assign some constants. Then we will send for a message from Postman. We will be getting the structure with what we have to send. This, and then we will be taking that structure and we'll be sending. So I think I have kept it somewhere. The session 7 splitter, session 6. See, it will be like this, constant batch pay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Constant, we will keep whatever we want to
Yeah, whatever the
write
values
in
we
this.
want,
Yeah.
we will be keeping that. We'll be removing the header parts, and similarly like this for same way like post. So every time when we like we don't know what to post it just for our purpose, then we can always put some message mapping, see, put assign some consent, you get some structure. We don't need to depend upon sender team always. Usually sender team will always send all this stuff, but if, just to avoid the dependency, like every day your manager will be asking what is the update, what is the update, why are we dependent on the sender team? And if sender team is on site based, they are very lazy, but Indian managers are not like that.
I know.
Indian managers, yeah.
I know how lazy they are.
So they will be torturing you. So that time you don't need to wait for someone else. You can just do your own research stuff at least, just to be ready.
Mm,
So we will be kind of getting that payload, and we will be doing our. So like I was just trying, it's not like real time scenario. Just I'm putting my own requirement. Say now imagine iPhone 18 came with like 15 lakh, and
mm,
we want to add something like that. I think it will become duplicate. I will just keep it as 60, and if you click on send, it will be 201 created. See, the first time I think you were seeing some other
yeah, instead of 200.
HTTP status code, right? Now till now we
Mm,
are like getting 200. Okay, so it got created. It got created in real time API. Okay, we can search also. How we can search? There is some filter option. This is product
mm,
JSON. Okay, if you click on ID equals 560,
okay. Mm.
send.
I think just 60 and think so. Yeah.
See 560. We got at iPhone 18, and today's date
Okay.
is there. Some random date I gave, and rating is for prices. So that's how the
Mm,
real time works. So some Amazon or some Apple or iPhone, if they release, how they will update? They'll update they will click on post, they will use some APIs like this, and they will be updating that info, and they will be having that record updated in real-time API. So CPI is so, if you understand like how it works in real time, you will be like
Mm.
surprised how CPI works. You don't need to write multiple lines of codes. You just need to understand how the underlying logic works.
Mm.
So that's where technical stuff is very important. But I was just checking. One of the person recently joined SAP. I think LinkedIn or something. It touches almost 70% of GDP, like
Mhm.
overall SAP.
My God, who
Yeah.
is that person?
Think some Andhra guy only.
Mhm.
Just like sometimes I will connect strangers also. But he was telling that post over there. But I think yeah, SAP. Most of the companies are updating to SAP. Even
Mhm.
the retail-based companies and all, right? If they're having old legacy system installed and they want to move everything to SAP and to do digital transformation and all. So they
Mhm.
will be using S4 Rise and Greenfield implementation projects. You might be seeing some job descriptions and all already. Greenfield implementation are to be hands-on on S4 Rise or S4 HANA, PI to CPI migration,
Mhm.
something like that. So too many things going on now. AI, Joule is there. Joule is coming. Artificial intelligence is coming in. Technical stuff. Uh, I don't know what will happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, stop the session here. I'll just paste. Did I pasted session 5 notes yesterday?
Let me check. I think you did. I think so.
Okay. So I think we will cover this again post put patch delete and batch processing tomorrow. But I will be pasting session.
Yes, you did five as well.
Okay, session 6.
Six.
Today's session 6, right?
Yes, yes, six.
Yeah, session 6 notes. Just putting it here. Can, like, if you get some time, you just go through those blogs, links, and notes. Okay, like, I'm just including, like, I'm not putting it everything, but I'm just asking, Copilot and making you ready for real time scenarios and interview questions also, just adding that stuff also, so that it will be helpful for you. But notes and all, I'm like helping preparing by myself. You can just refer,
Mm.
you know. I think now we can make use of ChatGPT or Copilot very well, even if you type something like as is SAP cheat sheet or
Mm.
basic things which I want to know. It will be generating some cheat sheet kind of, and it will be giving it to you. It will be very helpful for like to prepare interviews and all.
So,
Just need to
so
use
for
it right. Yeah.
so for BTP now I can like say like SAP BTP architect or else support, right?
I think, see, what
Instead of configuration.
SAP BTP covers whole full stack. Okay, it
Oh,
has
I know.
RAP plus BTP integration set, which we are working on, plus Fiori. But
Mhm.
I think if it is specifically SAP BTP integration suite developer, uh, I think maybe you can start with a support role because see, production
Mm.
issues when you are doing troubleshooting, if you start your career with troubleshooting, it will be more learning for you. Then you can start developing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Troubleshooting and
So
develop.
yeah. See, whole BTP. If you choose, no, even if you go for support, I don't think there will be support for it. But it's like too hectic for you to manage.
Okay.
Even the real-time full stack developers, those who studied and trying to understand requirement, they will only fail sometimes miserably.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've
Um,
seen live examples, right? See, they
mm.
will also be like this. They will be getting one module. as a fresher, and then after 2 3 years they will be learning models from Udemy or somewhere, and they won't be having real time exposure, and all of the companies doesn't understand that they will be putting some complex real time requirement, and they will try to do
Mm,
it on their own, and it will fail in production. So full stack you should avoid. I will suggest you to, if you are going in BTP, you always choose BTP integration suite because it has very less coding. Even ABAP and Fiori both has a coding.
ABAP
Yeah.
has a lot of coding and we need to debug it
Yes.
every now and then. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're considering nowadays they are not considering ABAP as ABAP. Okay, they want ABAP consultants to know both, RAP and Fiori. Plus there is something called as clean core, something new concept. Okay, there.
Oh, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. So there are too many expectations nowadays.
Um,
But integration suite, I think it's very less expectation, easy, less coding.
okay.
Mm, it's just
So
their
right
trend.
now it's SAP BTP Integration Suite Developer, right?
Yep, yep.
I'll try to implement that in this resume to update
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Because you can
Mm,
just, even if you search resumes, no BTP, there is something called as BTP integration architect also. If you understand whole five modules, CPI, PM,
mm,
B2B, DI, event mesh and all, so that kind of give you like, as an architect, what he will do, you will analyze the requirement and you will tell like which solution is possible. Okay, if somebody comes and
mm,
say, I don't want any conversion, I want to consume some OData API, like there is one OData API at the back end, I want
mm,
to send message to that, but it should be more secure, then he will suggest APIM. APIM is for more security, real-time data exchange without conversion. No, no, I want to
okay,
convert XML to JSON, JSON to XML. I want to connect it to on-premise cloud via cloud connector and all. You go with CPI. You do conversion XML to JSON, JSON to XML. There is
mm,
some B2B scenario integration. Then they will say like go for EDI, trading partner management. So his job is simple. You will analyze the
mm.
requirement. Simple as in, like for him it is complex. For us
For
it
you,
looks
it's
complex.
complex and
For them it will be like complex, but in real time, like when they understand business terms and put it the right way, if they are giving some wrong solution and we are following in production, if it fails, then they will be like more responsible, right? So first it will go to architect. Developer will say whatever my senior manager told, I did. Senior manager will tell whatever architect told us to
mm,
use the solution, we did. So all fingers will be pointed towards architects.
pointed to architect.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't want that.
Hmm. Yep. So that's why the leadership comes in. Like they will hire, or they won't, change leadership very frequently because 14, 15 years of experience they will be having, and they might have seen multiple scenarios.
Mm,
They will understand the business terminologies and all very well. That's why.
okay.
Uh,
I don't
but
have not even more than 5 years.
uh, but technical is good, but you are telling that you want to know about SAP MM Esperana backend also,
Mm.
right?
Because
So
here now currently trending jobs are on that,
mm,
but that too on like asking for 4 years, 5 years experience on those modules as well. But I can cover 2 years, stating that I've covered these modules in my master's degree because my
okay.
major is on SAP systems track itself. So there we need to cover all the modules like RPA, SAP BTP,
Mm,
configuration 1 semester. Uh, this developer like ABAP is on one semester, and the all modules includes in another semester like that. So I can
oh.
say something to cover for 2 years, and the rest I need to change it to some different module like basis or security.
Yeah.
Mm,
We'll see like how, like whatever
yeah.
possible I will be explaining it to you, not in depth at least,
Mm,
but basic if you. Want to know, like, just to say, like, masters, you have done this. It will be-
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Then have
Okay,
a nice
bro.
day.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
If you find some time, you just go through these notes and maybe create random content.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sure.
Yep.
Chalo. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good day.